Which one?
Top.
It's really nice. I always like listening to Handpan Man when he comes in. Multi-Martin.
Multi-Martin, Handpan Man.
Multi-Marta, actually, not Martin.
And
Marty. Yes. Kia ora, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Creative Talk Podcast. My name is Kabraska King.
And I'm Amber King. And today we're speaking with Wendy Ishewe, whose divine drawings reveal the unseen world through channeled art.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting show this evening. We have a lot in store. Wendy's with us, and we're also just going to touch base a little bit on what happened last week.
Yes.
But I thought it'd be good, because we haven't done it in a little while, is we have updated a lot of the assets with regards to the podcast. It's grown a little bit, and we have a whole dedicated website now towards what it is that both Amber and I do. We also have all the versions of audio on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, where you can go check it out. You can also book sessions with either Amber and I, blog posts, a whole lot. But we also added a section here just dedicated to the podcast, where we have a whole bunch of people that we've interviewed so far this year that have all been on the podcast. And Wendy will be added to this list that we've got that's showing at the moment.
She will be. And yes, it's showing our most recent one there. That was last week with Geraint Serin.
That was a pretty cool podcast with regards to animals, spirituality, and the connection between the two. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing. And he gave us so many tips. I could have talked to him all night about animal communication.
What was the thing that you learned the most?
I learnt probably the most valuable thing that I learnt from him last week was to tell our animals that they don't have to take our stuff anymore, because he said that animals don't generally, like, animals are not supposed to get sick, and they only get sick when they keep taking on their human stuff. And so our cat had been having stomach troubles for a long time, and then we had told her, thank you for taking, helping us, but you don't need to take on our stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And she's been quite good.
Yeah, her poos this week has just been so
Quite
different.
Yeah.
Since we told her not to do that anymore.
Yeah, amazing, right?
So it seems like she was actually taking stuff from both Amber and I on a daily basis and holding it within her body.
I know, poor girl.
Poor girl. Because it's a lot to take if she's trying to do what it is that we deal with
I know.
on a day-to-day.
Exactly. People live stressful, busy lives, and their pets are they just want to help them, right?
Yeah. I learned that, Grant, I love the way that he was talking about animals, but what he showed me was just how animals actually pay attention to everything.
Yes.
And we don't even know half of it.
No.
And that, the animal can actually snitch on you.
Yes.
And tell you the secrets that you don't actually want to say anything about. I thought that was amazing.
I know.
When he shared that story about that lady that came in and she was like totally lying.
Yeah.
Wasn't
for a
even
tarot
saying
reading.
anything for a tarot reading. And then her dog got up on her lap and was like, nope. She's
lazy.
lying.
She's lying. She doesn't eat properly. She's doing all of this, and basically snitched.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But then there's the other part, right, around the animal communication and how if you treat them as animals, there is this barrier that kind of gets created between you and them, and it doesn't allow you to kind of form a really close bond, like a relationship. And, you know, even before we got Kaiji, you and I were not as connected to animals as we are
No,
now.
we weren't.
You were almost anti-animal.
No, yeah, I
Because
just
you used to see animals and be like, why is that person fussing over that dog?
look. I
What is
didn't.
the point of that? Like,
Yeah, I was.
Come on, be honest.
was. I know. You know why? With cats, I always thought I was allergic. So.
that's right, yeah.
So then I didn't want cats to touch me, and then I didn't because I would start sneezing and stuff like that, and so I never wanted to touch animals really unless I could wash my hands straight away, so that I could, because I don't want their germs, I don't want to get on my food, and now I
Now
can't.
you have a whole cat
Oh man!
around you
Now
24/7.
I kiss her constantly, and I'm like, patting her and stuff. And do I wash my hands every single time? No. Do I die? No.
Is the cat around you 24/7,
Does she-
365 and
Does she
never
sleep
leave you
in
alone?
the bed?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Does she
does.
sit on our pillows? Yes.
Does she make her tucker in bed? Yes.
Yeah. Is she the boss? Yes.
Yeah, she definitely is. She definitely is.
She's here, part of the podcast today too. She's lying on her mat, which is Nebraska's expensive jacket.
Yes, yes. We will be getting a cat cam. I found a camera that we can use for her.
Yeah.
That'll be perfect. It'll be at ground floor level, and you'll be
Yeah.
able to see Kaiji
Yeah.
every week that we tune in.
That's cool.
It'll be
She
quite
won't be doing very much.
No,
She
but-
just she sits there.
But we'll switch to her now and again just to be like, and she's still doing. What? She's listening.
She's listening.
listens
She
to
knows.
everything.
She's very intelligent, and that's one thing I realized. But I already knew she was intelligent, and I know animals are intelligent. It's just that humans are not as intelligent and think that animals don't know what they're doing. They do.
The whole. Sorry to cut you off. The whole telepathy side of how animals communicate was also interesting from his teachings and what he does with animals and how he communicates with them
Yeah,
and how they just tell him everything.
I know. But you've been doing telepathy with Kaiji for a long time.
I didn't have a choice. She just started talking to me when we first got it.
Yeah, whereas her and she talks to me like verbally. So like I'll ask her a question and then she'll say, yeah. Like, did you have your breakfast? Yeah. Like, because she knows that I like a verbal thing.
She does.
But so then I started to do telepathy after that podcast, our podcast last week. And she was looking at me like, what are you doing, lady? What? Get out of my head. And then I was like doing this like real intense look going,
The Inception look. Yeah.
Kaiji. I'm like, Kaiji,
Yeah.
go and sleep in your bed. And then she'd look at me and then she'd shake her head. She didn't want, but she's in there now. She's in the bed. She's doing well.
So you're still going to do the telepathy thing, or are you going to go
Yes.
back to old school?
No, I do a bit of both every day.
I think she likes old school.
I think she likes talking.
She likes talking.
And she likes telepathy.
Especially to you, because you and her talk all day long, and I think she really likes the talking side of it.
She does. And she talks to you
Yeah.
too and bosses you around.
She does.
What else did
This
you
morning
learn
we got up
about...
at 5 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, you were up at 5 a.m.
Sorry. Yeah.
What else did you learn around anything interesting around land clearing or house clearing?
I didn't really understand a lot of that side of things. I really enjoyed his process of how he learned how to do it, and that the connection between land and indigenous is clearly something that's there, and that he actually did the work in order to be sanctioned by the indigenous culture of this beautiful land in order to do and start that work. I thought that was amazing because I've never heard of anyone that's done that or not just get sanctioned. He spent many, many years actually helping communities across Australia to do work of clearing different stuff that happened, because of how much stuff happened to the people. That's next level.
It is next level.
That is so next level.
Yeah.
And I just take my hat off to that whole work and dedication that, Grant showed in order to do that. And I just think it's incredible.
He was saying that he had a past life in the 1700s as an Aboriginal person as well. And he was recalling where he used to sit. I think it was in Queensland, on the cliff, right? And so because the people he had been working with in this current day, could see him as that person as well, that connection of energy, and so that's one of the things that helped him to be accepted by them because they could actually see him as one of their own, and that in a spiritual way.
Wow, that's so trippy.
That's cool, eh?
That's so cool. So look, Grant Sirin and all the other people are available on our website, creativetalkpodcast.com or kingcreativetalkpodcast.com. You can revisit and rewatch or re-listen to, is that the right word? Re-listen?
Yes.
Probably.
Yep.
To all of the people that we've featured this year over the course of every single episode. Everything is uploaded for you to watch and listen, and you can check it out whenever you feel like it.
Whenever you feel like it, just in case. And, you know, it's all different types of people that we interview, from like health, wellness, past lives, business,
Entrepreneurs, nutritionists, spiritual people, non-spiritual people. It's really a great collective, and I'm pretty proud of the work so far.
Yeah, it's fun. So if you guys have any requests of the type of person or a person you'd like us to interview, let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And coming up, we're going to be interviewing and talking with Wendy Ishewe, and she's going to be spending some time with us doing art live with us as well, and taking us through the process of how she does what it is that she does. We actually met Wendy at Mind Body Spirit, didn't we?
Yes, Mind Body Spirit Festival. Before we were readers there, we used to go all the time and get
we did.
Drawings from her, spirit art drawings, and she is amazing and really brings to life these beautiful guides and people, you know, guides and spiritual people that we have helping us. So
we have a whole house of artwork.
Oh, we didn't bring any today. I think you're going to have to get up and show the people.
Wendy has drawn so many things for Amber and I. I've got a whole hallway.
Do you want me to get
artwork.
it?
You can't see it on the camera, but you can grab it if you want.
All right.
But I'll tell the story behind it. Yeah. So Wendy drew for me this particular art piece, and it was about 3 or 4 years, maybe even longer ago. And it was a representation of one of my spirit guides. And it shows a scene, which is myself, my spirit guide up above, and then also a beautiful day and a beautiful setting out on the ocean. And then there's dolphins in the water. And I didn't think nothing of this because I leave it on the wall and I look at it every day, and I'm quite grateful for it. But that actual scene actually happened not too long ago for Amber and I. We had just finished our work at Mind Body Spirit Festival, and we were at the festival. And then all of a sudden, as we were coming out of the water, we went to the ocean to cleanse ourselves, both of us. And as we were coming out of the water, we had dolphins show up in the actual water. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that clear because there's a lot of lights in here, so it's really kind of like not the best way to do it.
It's hard to see.
I'll post it on social.
Post it on social, and then we can do that.
But it's hard because it's got a glass cover on it. But it's a beautiful photo, and it shows the dolphin, myself sitting there, the beautiful spirit guide up in the heavens, and that actual scene actually came true.
It was you sitting there looking at the dolphins and us just going, what?
It was so crazy. Hey, Buster, how are you, brother? Hey, good to see you, man. I'm skinny. I wish. I'm working on it, though, because we got training coming up. My wife and I are
High rocks.
on a mission to try and do this high rocks thing.
We are doing it.
How you been? But look, let's not delay any further. I'd love to give a warm welcome to Wendy, who has been in the industry for such a long time. We met her in a beautiful place at Mind Body Spirit Festival, and we'll be bringing her through really shortly. Wendy, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Hi, lovely to be here.
Hi, Wendy.
How are you? Hi, everyone.
Now, Wendy, you have the ability to perceive subtle energies. You've had that since you were quite young.
Yes.
When did you first realize you were seeing something that other people couldn't? And what kinds of things were you seeing?
Well, I think, as a young child, you think that other people are seeing the same as you. It was probably when I started to talk, around 2.5, that I remember chatting about what they would consider to be my invisible friends, and you begin to realise that, okay, it's not real for them. It's is it real for me? You begin to question yourself. I do remember as a child questioning myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy, is it something, is being able to see spirit guides, is that something that everyone is able to do, or that's just something you innately have been born with and a gift that you've developed over time?
Well, I think that innately it was something that I was born with, but I find that with my students, as we begin to work together in classes, what happens is that I let them understand that I can't teach them to see as I see, but I can teach them to see into things. So I can teach them how to see into the page so that they can use that as the tool to see. And then they begin to understand what seeing is about. And they begin to take that a little bit further, and some of them begin to see in other areas or around people. Yeah.
When you say see into the page, is that a particular method
Well, I
that
guess
you've created to help people actually do the same kind of thing that you do?
it's a little bit like looking at a cloud
Yeah, wow.
and understanding that, all energy is just shape and form. Okay, so if you're looking to communicate with spirit and you're asking for that and you have that intention, then shape and form will come to you. You just have to give it the opportunity. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
But you have to want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you find that's some of the, not fear, but do you find that that's a blockage that people, when they come to your class, they have to kind of step themselves through that, is being able to be open and be connected to that?
I think mostly it's they don't believe that they can do it. I think it's more a belief.
Yeah.
And I love that moment when they realise that they can. It's like they do a little dance.
Yeah. Do
Which
they
is
have
wonderful.
do they have to be an artist first to be able to come to you and draw these guides or draw what they're seeing?
No, not at all. Usually I take someone through the process of understanding light and shadow and, get them to squint at me and say, once you almost make me disappear or my character disappear, then I'm just light and shadow. And pretty much that's what you begin to see. And then you put your attention to it and you bring it forward by adding, the colour and the shades.
Wow. And
Yeah.
are you
So I
seeing?
demonstrate.
Yeah. So is it a form of perception kind of with your other senses as well as your eyes?
Yes. I liken it to opening perhaps a page in a book, so I don't become aware of the whole of someone's life.
Yeah.
It's like a page in a book opens and you can feel spirit clicking through the files in your mind to help you to understand where this person is needing to engage with you.
Yes.
And it start from there. And I always find that setting an intent by asking the person a question, is there something that you really want to understand, gives me the ability then to attach it, attach the knowledge that I'm gleaning into something that's going to make sense for that person. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that question that kind of sets the
Yeah.
intention that then brings forward the guide or the being that they need to
Yeah.
have in front of them to answer that question.
That's true. Yes. Yeah. And I think a lot of people think that there's only one energy that is there with them. But as you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's about how much you want to access.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
The essence of spirit is endless.
Yes.
I agree.
And the ability that you have to connect with spirit is endless. So it just gives you the opportunity to connect and continue to connect. And, talking about animals, I was listening as you were talking about the animals before. And, I think that is really beautiful. And often the energy of animals come forward when I'm working with people, like you were talking about the
Yes.
dolphins.
Yes.
But animals don't really have a sense of self like humans do. So they integrate into a lot of my work as the ability to express an emotion or an essence about the whole experience. Yeah. Like today, I can see that the energy of wisdom is with you guys. And that essence of wisdom is very much expressed in the essence of an owl. So, yeah. So, it's about understanding how that all connects then. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh, well, I'm excited. I really want to see your process, Wendy. Would you be able to show us how you do what you do in terms of like tuning in and then doing your drawing? What do you do?
Sure. Yeah. So normally when I'm tuning in, I usually have a chat to the person and help them to understand that, there are levels of energy, but not levels as in higher or lower, just different.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are angelic beings, which are connected to the higher self. There are what you would call guardian spirits that are connected more to the soul, but through the soul they link you into past life experience. And there are also those that we have loved and lost in this life.
Yes.
And they're just different levels of energy. And so I generally ask the question as to where they would like me to focus my attention. But sometimes, there are particular energies that tend to press themselves forward. And in your instance, there is very strongly the energy of the guardian spirits coming forward because there's a spirit that works with you jointly. Yeah.
Wow.
That I think maybe perhaps just when you're working together like this, that connects to help you to bring forward the wisdom into new horizons.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I think somehow there might be a lot of horizons in your in your different artworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Kabraska gets horizons, and like
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that you just
Yeah.
we just showed.
Yeah.
I think, and we're also a couple that does work in that way as well, aren't we?
Yeah,
in
we
terms
do.
of setting our sights on the horizons and trying to, go there.
Well, I think it's sort of like limitless horizons, isn't it?
It is.
It is the courage to go forward and take that wisdom into limitless horizons.
100%.
What I'd say that it's the energy of a very old sage is coming forward and between you. So,
That's
so
amazing.
I love that. I love that because we haven't actually done a lot together within our spaces of our modalities or even blending. This is very much a brand. Well, it's not brand new. We've been doing the podcast for a while, but we're finding that there is an energy between us that we're still discovering and becoming comfortable with. Would you say?
Yeah, even though, as we said earlier, Wendy, we've been working together for a very long time, and in many different ways, but usually on our spiritual side, we don't work together as such. We work together in our podcast, obviously, but on the spiritual side, Kabraska has his types of healing, I have mine, and we have our different types of readings that we do.
Yeah.
But we've always said, and many of our teachers have said the magic is in us two together. And we've always thought, no, we want to do something separate, but we always end up coming back together.
Yeah. And I think that one of those words that you just said, the magic, and I think that, that's very much a part of the experience of you two and the energies that come in around you.
Oh, thank you.
But I think it's the energy of what you would consider simple magic, the magic in simple things, rather than knocking a couple of crystals together. Okay.
Yes, very true. Very true.
So, bringing practical wisdom, practical magic into people's lives.
I love that.
Helps them to really understand, their life. And it's about understanding spirituality, and spirituality to you, I believe it is a life that works.
Yes.
And your lives work.
Yeah.
And, that's how you measure. If your life is working, spirituality is intact.
Yes.
That's so beautiful,
One
Wendy.
follow the other.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that. I've never heard it in that way
No,
before.
me
but
neither.
it's-
That's
it's
amazing.
Oh, well,
so
that's the way
profound.
your sage is putting it. So
Wow.
I can't take credit.
That's lovely.
I
That's so
can't
lovely.
take credit for the way they speak. But yeah.
No, thank you for
Yeah.
that. We'll
Thank
definitely
you.
take. I'll receive that.
Yes,
that's
thank
a
you.
beautiful
Yeah.
message for us to take from just
Yeah.
the beginning of this. Now, Wendy, you're also the creator of your own business, Divine Drawings, and been running that practice for a
Yes.
long, long time. Are you able to tell the
Yes.
people who don't know anything about that business and what you do, what it is that you do? And if you like, you can begin drawing on anything from us, however you like to work this
I
evening. It's
will.
totally up to you.
I'll quickly sort of just explain the business side of things. So, I do offer private sessions in my studio, which I have upstairs. So you have to be able to get up there. So that's all right. But I do offer also postal work. So if people want me to tune into their photo, I will tune into the photo and do a written reading and a drawing.
Nice.
But I love to teach. So I have students on a Thursday morning and also a Thursday evening. So, yes, I have class after this. And today we're working with the energy of the lion. So that'll be.
Wow.
Oh,
Because the
yes.
Lionsgate's coming up, isn't it?
Lionsgate.
Yes, yeah. The Lionsgate's coming up. And yeah, that'll be really beautiful. So it was
Lovely.
beautiful this morning. Yeah, so I might begin the process of doing this drawing for you.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. You go
I will
however
put on
you
a
like.
glove because otherwise I begin to look like a mechanic. Yeah. I do remember after one expo, I went to McDonald's because I was starving. And the girl looked at my dirty hands as if to say, "You're really going to eat with that?" And I just said, "I'm a mechanic."
Well, you kind of are. You fix things for people. You fix their
You do.
engine, which is their spiritual engine, I think.
And you would have had the most colourful hands for a mechanic that
yeah.
anyone would have seen.
Oh, no, when you put all colour together, unfortunately, it goes black.
Oh, it looks like a mechanic.
Oh, and one of the things I do use, I work on black paper so that, the dark is already there. That's one of the things that I find people find difficult to work with the dark. But as I explain to them, we all have darkness and we all have light, and one can't work without the other.
Exactly.
So if I give them the energy of the darkness, then they can put the light on top of it. So
Very true.
it
Very
works
true.
quite well that way. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll do the, sorry about the back of my head, but so just see if you can actually see the colour coming on.
Yes.
Well, I do it in a lot. Can you see the colour
So
coming
like
on?
a little bit, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
magenta
What I
or
do-
red.
yeah. It's an earth, actually, because what I do is generally I earth the energy first. So I'm just doing the energy of the face. So you can see it's just light and shadow.
Yes. Wow. Wendy,
Can you
that's so
see that
quick.
coming forward?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
can
then the essence of the owl coming forward over here.
Oh, wow.
You can see it's like you're bringing his face out of the paper.
Yeah. So you can understand how the energy of seeing into the paper would work.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, then the energy of the owl wing nurturing coming around like so. If you can see the bottom of the page and going up, so just nurturing around. Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
so quick.
in the essence here is where, in the essence of the belly of the owl, we see the horizon, and then I would start putting the colours in. I've got some little colours up here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can you see the colours coming forward?
Yes.
Yes, with the orange.
Yeah.
That looks
That's amazing.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Just put some of that in. If I had more time, it would. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
That's
Yeah.
just
That's so
next
amazing.
level.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Got some of it. Nice one coming over there. And just put the front end.
Oh,
And a little bit of earth. You haven't got too much in the back of my head.
No, it's fine. No, we can
got
definitely
your
see the whole
easel.
You can see it all coming through.
Yes.
So you can see the horizon coming in.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Wow.
now he's got his eyes closed, but to me, that's indicative of him taking you on an internal journey rather than.
I see.
And yeah, so you can see that it's all beginning to sort of come together.
Oh my goodness.
Here's and just, clarified a few points.
Wow, that's so cool.
That is so cool. Wendy, you're so fast.
It's amazing.
So when you're drawing this, Wendy, do you constantly see the picture in your mind's eye of this being, of this man?
I'm constantly, I could visually see it as I was looking at you guys, just literally creating the space in between you. Sorry, I'm doing that on the picture here. Literally creating that space in between you, so that, the essence of the wisdom was touching both of you, so the essence of the owl.
That's amazing.
But it's basically, a lot of people ask me what I actually see, and I think the easiest way to explain it is that I think most people can see the heat haze coming from the fire. Can you see that? A heat haze?
Yes.
Okay, so if you can imagine that heat haze with colour and form, okay? And so you can take your attention away from it. I've never been able to get rid of it. I don't know where the off button is. I've never found that. Okay. But it's whether you give it intention or not.
Yes.
Whether you are intending to see it. But it's always there. There's always movement in my air, in my world. Yeah. So it's always available. But whether you choose to put your intention into it,
Yes.
gives me the opportunity to focus or not focus. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's all. And I think that a lot of people also, when I'm teaching someone to look rather than simply see, I ask them to look through a window. And what they tell me is what's outside the window, but they forget that there's a dirty spot on the window, and that's how close spirit is. So they're looking too far away from themselves, yeah, and they've got to bring their attention back to closer to them, yeah. Because I think a lot of people think it's much further away, and it's a little bit like rain, unless you are needing to go out in it, you really don't pay much attention to it at all.
That's it.
That's so true.
Wow.
That is so true. For those who are watching who may be skeptical in how you're actually doing this connection with us and feeling into these energies, not that we're skeptical because we totally believe and we've got a whole house of it, but what would you say to those people who don't understand the connection or the intention, and what would you say around the drawing method that you have or the artistic method you have?
Well, I guess I've been doing this for now. I'm 70 this year, so I've been doing this now in the drawing for the last 50 years.
Wow.
And I've never had someone who's been upset with what I've been doing.
No, I can see why.
I don't think. I think maybe I've got nothing to prove, and I see myself being more an interpreter, putting something in a way that they already know, like it's things they already know. It's just confirmation of energy.
Yes.
Occasionally things come forward that are left of centre, but yeah. And of course, I worked as a nurse for 40 years. So, I found that I was an interpreter there because I couldn't very well in a hospital setting say, oh, yes, the guide is telling me this.
Yeah,
very true.
So, but I was known as the voodoo nurse. So, Yeah, and I'd know that they'd want a different sort of attention when the doctors came into my office and shut the door.
They
So
do.
what do you think? But, you know, I would look at what was happening for the patient and just explain in terms of what a medical person could understand why something wasn't working.
Yes.
There was no point in saying that spirit was telling me.
No,
I'd have to look for the evidence
Yes.
and explain the evidence that supported that information. You know?
Yeah.
So it was urine output and, and temperatures and all of that sort of thing. So yeah,
That's
it was
amazing.
fascinating. Yeah, I worked in antenatal care for a long time. It's wonderful seeing newborns.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Did they come in? So you know how there's a belief that newborns come in and they're so connected to source and spirit in the spirit world when they come in because they're so fresh and you know they haven't been tainted by human ego yet. What were you would you see teams of spirit guides coming in with them, or how did that? What happens when babies?
It is amazing support that you see, but you see that same support because I was working in antenatal care, which is mostly when the woman is before she's given birth. So caring for the woman and the child as she carries the child through pregnancy, and occasionally I'd be able to witness the birth as well. But it was very apparent as to you know the beautiful energies that were working with them and how their lives were going to evolve. So it was nice, and you know, being in that area for probably 15 years, it was interesting because I'd see those children come back. Yeah, which was really lovely. And that's something really lovely. Sometimes I've done drawings for children.
Yeah.
And now those children are bringing their children to me.
Oh,
Which is, it's just amazing. I think when you've worked in an industry for so long, you know, it's just so lovely. You feel very blessed that, you know, someone is trusting you.
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
With the
100%.
guidance of their children. Yeah, which is lovely.
When if someone is wanting to develop this ability and wanting to grow it and foster it, how can they do that? Obviously, you run classes yourself, but how can they do that with you, and how have you seen that foster in your students?
Well, I think first of all, it's about in believing that they can, and during the process of working with the essence of anything creative, it's a beautiful energy to be in. That creative energy brings you so much closer to spirit. And when I started drawing spirit, because I didn't always draw spirit, obviously, from when I was very young, but I found one day when I sat down to draw, it actually slowed things down. And I was able to understand, because just because you can see does not mean that you know. Okay,
So
it
good.
does not mean that you know. You know, for instance, you know, I know that if someone is telling a fib, what happens is their energy just shudders. Yeah, but I don't know why. You know, people lie sometimes to protect you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you learn to not worry about it, but you know, it's just interesting. It's a learning experience that never stops.
Yes.
Yeah, you're constantly learning, and you know, I encourage my students to look at people, look at the energy of people and their faces, and look at the essence of the emotion that they're in. You know, where are they? We don't truly connect with people anymore. We're too busy on our phones.
It's true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, and when we're in that creative energy, at the end of a class, what I'll often do is pair a couple of people up that, you know, they don't know who they're paired with, and we use that to do messages for one another. Not so much a reading, but just a simple message, and but to be able to describe the drawing that they would do, that would not necessarily do the drawing, but describe the drawing that they would create to get them working with the energy. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it
Yeah.
totally does.
Yeah. And
Totally does.
I'm happy for people to work with prompts. You know, there's heaps of decks of tarot cards and different types of cards up in my studio, and they can use that. Um, and I really encourage all the students to create their own inspiration deck from the artwork that they do. So, yeah, and they're doing that, which is wonderful. And then probably maybe 5 of my students now are actually working in the field and working
incredible.
at smaller expos and stuff like
Wow.
that. So, yeah, very proud of them. They're doing amazing work.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And would you say, Wendy, with these, with the beings you draw, or the spirit guides, because you draw not only spirit guides and protector guides, but you, like you have for me and for Carrasco, drawn off-world people as well, haven't you?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
We are not alone.
Exactly.
No,
yeah.
exactly.
Do you find that's harder for people to get their head around than just an angel, so to speak? Like, are there how are you seeing that progression over the years are people becoming more accepting of different
much
beings?
more accepting, yeah. And I think that actually television and literature is helping people to find that balance within themselves, to understand that it exists, and I'm sure that we're heading towards a point where it's going to become very commonplace and everyone will understand and know. And I think that's only a few years away. I'm going to see that in my lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah, which will be wonderful.
It will be, won't it? It will be.
Yeah.
I'm totally on board with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to when that does
Yeah.
happen.
But, the energy and the beings that I see, they've always been very, very helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, really helping people to understand why they're going through different experiences that are a little bit unusual. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Wendy, is there a, because you deal with so many different people from all walks of life and also all different types of energy levels, is there a difference for you in sitting with and sharing space with someone who's a healer as opposed to someone who's like a mum and dad that just came in to check out the festival? Is there a difference in energy, or for you, it's always kind of the same?
There is a difference in energy, but it's just amazing. Sometimes you can learn something incredible because often the information that comes forward is something I have no awareness of, but I don't know about it. And you never know who's going to be sitting in front of you. And they could be a parent looking for a cure for a child's disease, and that gives you a little portion of perhaps what that is going to be and what that's going to look like, and you think, oh my God, that's going to be amazing.
Wow.
And you get a small glimpse of that. And
you get a small glimpse.
Wow.
Yeah, and you get to share in it. And so, they're same but different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see that, we humans sometimes adults have a block. Adults have a block sometimes. Do you find that children are more naturally gifted and naturally open to this than adults?
Yes. Yeah. And I think, again, the ego hasn't stepped in, and the ability to be creative until some naughty teacher tells them that doesn't look like what they what they're trying to describe. And that's what I find it's difficult to work with. A lot of adults don't believe they can draw because a teacher has told them that they couldn't. Yeah. So I delight in showing them how to do a portrait in an hour.
So it sounds like to me, Wendy, your classes are a lot more than just a drawing class, right? It sounds like people who have real blocks with either connecting with energy or real blocks with connecting with their artistic ability, as well as real blocks of communicating or connecting with other people. They kind of come to you and they get healed through this artwork and this journey that you unfold for them in those sessions. Would that be right?
It is a very healing experience, I think. And a lot of my students, particularly the ones that come at night and are generally very tired when they get here at 7 o'clock, say that they were tired when they came, but they end up going home at 9 o'clock with much more energy.
Yeah.
So, it's and I think it's it's chat, coffee, and create.
The three
So
Cs.
it's always enjoying it. It's more about having a community of people around you again, and that's why I've opened my home as a studio to have that community of people that can share that. And I really do believe that a creative mind will always find a way forward. That if you put your mind to something and you're creative about it, you'll always find a way.
And in that, with you opening your home up as your studio and as your business, we know we've met you on the road, so to speak, at Mind Body.
Oh yeah, the Mind Body Spirit. Yeah.
But as you've had your career as a nurse. Now you've got your second career, I suppose, as a spirit artist.
I did them alongside one another, actually.
Oh, perfect. How did you find that? Living in, obviously you were in the caring industry before while doing that, but how has that spiritual entrepreneurship worked for you?
I think, it helped me to realize that nothing was impossible and that, I love the journey. I'll never stop learning. That, there is always someone else that may be able to give a message that I can't. And I think that's one of the things that, you need to get over if you're going to do this work, because there are other people out there that do similar work. And it may be that they have a different way of being able to express in words so they can connect with that person. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and it's sort of like in the industry of medicine, I'd never say this is a good doctor, because they may not be a good doctor for you. They may not be the person that you need. You need to feel comfortable with them because they're going to be a part of your journey. And so, when people come to me rather than go to someone else, they're inviting me to share in their journey. So, I think that that's a beautiful energy. And, that's basically, the real premise of it all.
Have you ever had a student show up and be like, oh, I'm not creative, I don't know how to do this stuff? And
yeah, all of them.
That would be me, Wendy.
That's all right. No, well, what I do is I provide a line drawing for them, like an art map, which helps them then to begin to understand how pastel works, because pastel is very forgiving. It's like chalk on a page. So it takes them back to their childhood anyway. And so in the beginning, that's what they do. And as they become more aware and more confident, they move away from the map and, and do their own thing, which is beautiful. Yeah. So
that's so funny.
It's like, it's like I never leave a wounded soldier behind.
Yes.
I love that.
So I'm there, and they all get their support, and we have a private group, because I think a lot of the students, they don't like other people to see their work. So I honour that. So all the students have a Facebook page called the Divine Artist Gallery.
Oh, great!
And only students can join. So
that's
and
cool.
Go through
You're
years
very
of work.
and you're very supportive and kind. Like, that's one feeling that, especially when we see you always at Mind Body, and you've got that very caring vibe. So I feel like you're somebody that's not that art teacher that's like, no, you're doing it wrong. I just can't see you being like that at all, right?
No, I'm not going to get the ruler out.
No, exactly. So,
and I haven't had any formal art training. Wow. So That's not what it's about. It's
Really?
about
Oh my
it's about
goodness.
light and shadow. So,
Mm.
light and shadow creates everything. So, I remember one day, I'd see around someone, I saw like a cow, and I thought, I don't know how to draw a cow. And they reminded me it's just light and shadow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking
So,
of unusual things to draw, what's been one
yeah.
of the most unusual or weird or really different things that you've encountered or
Oh,
connected
what
with
was one of them? Cricket.
Oh, really?
as a guide?
As a guide?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like a little cricket. Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah.
And what was his, oh, I mean, you don't have to share it, but what was the main kind of experience or message they were imparting on their person?
Well, it was actually cricket coming forward with, it was a very old Chinese man in a rice field. Yeah,
Ah, wow.
and the energy of the cricket coming forward in the foreground, to yeah, um, to really look at and watch what they were building. Yeah,
Mm. Mm.
yeah, and to take in just the small things rather than yeah trying to look at the big picture before you understand the smaller pictures.
Yeah, makes sense. And
Yeah,
pay attention
yeah,
to all the
yeah, yeah,
details.
yeah. Pay attention to the
Yeah,
details. Yeah, because if the cricket's there, it's going to eat your food. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So,
Now you spend a lot of time, obviously, with your students and with clients, and also at Mind, Body, Spirit festivals and other places as well.
yeah.
When you're in those places with a lot of energy, do you have a process to protect yourself, your energy, and keep yourself, because it can get quite full on with a lot of people. Do you have a process that you look after yourself?
Look, it's really interesting because it's just one of those funny things, one of those funny moments. Because I did ask Spirit how I was going to do that, and they looked at me and said, Wendy, no amount of white light is going to protect you from yourself.
Ah, this is true.
That's so true.
So, so that they basically said that you live your life with the right intent. Yeah,
So true.
and
true.
yeah. And I found that when I'm working with someone, I try to focus on them totally and completely, and it blocks everything else out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If everyone was to step into this beautiful energy and intention around creativity and intuition just a little bit more, what do you think
Yep.
that would mean for like our world in general if everyone was to able to have that actually happen?
I think the world would begin to be an amazing place. Industry would change. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Lots of different things would happen. That's one of the exciting things. I'm being asked to sort of go into industry and do some teams work, which is
Cool.
something new. Yeah.
And is
Uh,
that you doing these classes in a corporate space or
yeah, in a corporate
that's
space. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I think I spoke to Amber about it.
Oh,
Yeah. And that people that put I shouldn't say the name of the company, but they put satellites into space. So that's going to be interesting. And they are scientists and people that they're creative in a different way.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it must take an amazingly creative mind to create the energy of a satellite
Yeah.
and be
Very
able
true.
to put it into the atmosphere
Yeah.
and then to understand how to use it.
Yeah.
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 Technology is amazing.
It
It's
is.
it's very creative, like
It
what
is.
we're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Who would have thought of this 30 years ago?
No.
No.
Exactly.
Speaking to each other online, I mean, yeah, that wouldn't have been a thing, right? And so we
And
can, spirit, as you know, works across all energies.
yeah, it certainly does. And I think, computer technology is one of those training grounds, really, in that, it was the first time that time and space disappeared and information became available. That it's like, psychic ability. everything became available all at once. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I know you're self-taught, Wendy, in your approach and in your artwork and everything that you've done. Are there any books or anything that you could recommend that's a really good guide, or anything that you've read that's helped you to either understand energy or creativity?
Spirit guides.
Or even spirit guides? Is there anything that you've come across? Has it all been spirit-led for you?
It's all been spirit-led. Yeah. So I love, as I said, sometimes I really believe that everyone finds their way, their own journey.
Yeah.
And look, if something inspires you, if a book jumps out at you, then that's the book for you. It's not about going looking for something. It's about letting it come to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And what's on the cards for you next, Wendy?
What's up? I'm going on holidays.
Yes. Off to warmer weather, like a sunset.
Off to
like
warmer weather, so I can
picture.
defrost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for very long, but it'll be amazing. It'll be really lovely. I'll look forward to doing it.
And then when you come back, if people want to join in and do some of your classes, or will you be at the next Mind, Body, Spirit in November?
November? Yes, yeah, most definitely. But they can always just send me a text on my mobile, and I will answer and respond. Yeah. And always happy to have a new face.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
And the group will, make sure that they're happy and comfortable, and
Oh, beautiful.
they're all lovely people. Yeah.
Amber and I have always been saying that we need to round up our group out here in Melbourne and come out and do a workshop with you. It's something that we've been wanting to do for a number of years, and I think this is the year that we have to actually motivate
yes,
ourselves
of
to do it. When you
course.
get back, obviously.
Yeah.
When you get back, we'll organise some We've got a lot of people
We've
that
got a lot
want
of
to
people
do
that want
it.
to do it together, so we
So,
want to round them all up.
Trying to figure out when everyone can do it at the same time. Maybe Spirit will coordinate that for us, please.
That would be lovely. Yes. Well, that's the intent, isn't it? You've got that out there now.
Yes.
So that'd be great. I'd love that. That'd be really wonderful.
It'd be awesome.
I'd really enjoy getting you guys there and saying, look, you can do it too.
Yeah, well, we are, and I'm not saying we're not creative. Cabrasco is he comes from a very artistic mother, so he's got a great advantage.
Thanks.
Because he can already draw. I'm creative in other ways with words, but I'm definitely keen to give Spirit Art a go.
It's not a competition, my
And
darling.
everything
You're gonna be
between
good.
us is a competition. So no,
It's not. It's going to be fun. We're
it's
going to love
a
it.
fun thing.
We're going to
too.
love it. We're going to love it. And look, Wendy, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us this evening. We know you have a class that's coming up
Yes,
for
and
yourself.
you've got to get
Yes,
ready
I
for
do.
You have
that.
to get ready. But look, I absolutely love everything that you do. Thank you so much for being a beautiful artist for us, to guide us and to supply your artwork within our wonderful home. And I think with the 3 C's, you might want to add one more into that: chat, coffee, and create, which is community. I think you also foster that in a family dynamic in a way that heals people across all different age groups as well as ethnicities. I think it's beautiful. So thank you so much for being with
Thank
us.
you. That's lovely.
And
Yeah,
thank
I've
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for our beautiful drawing that you've
Yes,
done there
yes.
of our sage.
I will finish it.
Oh,
This is
wow.
just the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
I need to add hair and colour and
Just
all of those
even
things.
what
I'll
you
finish
did
it for you.
there. Yeah, and even what you did there in that initial stage, like you can see it coming to life. We
know.
can really
Yeah,
see him
exactly.
coming to life, and you're very, very talented, Wendy.
It was so fast.
Yeah.
We've had one of our audience, Jan, is saying, "Count me in to the class." So
She's
she
going to
wants
come along to the
as well.
drawing workshop as well. So
Count you in, Jan. You're done. You're done. You definitely come in.
I'll take you through it step by step, and each of you will create your own guardian spirits. Yeah, whatever they may be.
So
Yes.
good. I'm so excited.
I'm excited
It's
too.
gonna be awesome. Do we
Yeah.
need to bring anything when we come out?
No, that's all. In my classes. I hate it when you have to go out and buy all these different things to do something. Yeah, that's just one of my pet hates. Yeah. So I just say, no, just bring yourself, an open mind, and
Sold.
a camera that is fully charged.
Yeah.
Done. Easy. I
Yeah.
can do
do
that.
that.
So
We'll
you can do
organise
that.
that.
I supply everything, including when I do a workshop, I supply lunch because I've got to nurture the soul as well. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
beautiful.
When is your next workshop availability coming up?
It's in a couple of months. I haven't set the date because we've been sort of looking at when we were traveling and things like that. But usually I do 3 a year. So I've done only one so far this year. But we can always do a private workshop. That's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
If you've got a few people together, I'm happy to do that.
I think
That's
we might
fine.
have to do that. We'll rally the troops, and then
Yeah.
we'll let you know, Wendy, when you get back. Enjoy your holiday.
Enjoy your holiday.
Enjoy your time away. Enjoy the warmer weather too, because Melbourne is just, as you know.
Shall do. I'll try and bring it back for you.
Yes,
Please.
Please bring at least an hour of sun would be great.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, we only got half hour today.
We did. But look, we'll let you go this evening, and thank you so much again for being with us. We've enjoyed having our small chat with you, and obviously seeing our beautiful combined artwork piece and guide come through this evening.
Our sage.
No worries.
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy.
See you later.
You take
Bye,
care.
everyone.
That was just amazing. If you want to check out more within Wendy's world or book a session with her, you can check her out on her website. divinedrawings.com is a way that you can book a session, see her live at Mind Body Spirit, which is actually going to be coming up again at the end of this year in Melbourne in November. Is it Melbourne and Sydney?
Yes, but Wendy only is at the Melbourne.
In the Melbourne
one.
one. Yeah, okay. So she'll definitely be at Melbourne. We've got artwork from her. That's her stall there. If you can see this, and that's her doing her artwork pieces. She has this beautiful stall where she literally just stays there and does drawings live, similar to what you just saw her do in her home studio there. That was amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
We're gonna have to do the
combined
session
one. We have
together.
to do it together. Yeah,
It's gonna be so good. We definitely have to go through and do that.
That's cool how, for anyone who's worked with spirit guides or has been interested in spirit guides, you always think of them as just being the guide that you have personally. But to know that both Cabrasca and he's saying, I'm here, guys. I'm here with both of you. That we have guides that are combined, that we share and that are helping us or pushing us forward. Is just it's amazing, because I've always wondered if that's a thing.
It makes so much sense though, because it's energetic, right?
Yeah.
And it's connected to spirit. And you and I are both healers. We do a lot of work within that space, and we're married, and we've created all of this stuff and learnt together through the whole journey. So I'm not surprised that we have a combined.
Oh, I'm
spirit
excited,
guide.
and we're going to put that spirit guide on the wall
Oh yeah, 100%.
of our podcast room.
Huge thanks to Wendy,
Yes.
and a huge thanks for her time and her energy this evening, and a huge thanks for everyone that tuned in this evening. Jan, thanks so much for dropping in.
Thank you, Jan.
Lovely to see you. I hope you're well, and we will see you guys back again next week for Creative Talk Podcast, where we will be back with another guest.
Yes, another very special, entertaining soul. That's who we're going to have on
He is a
board.
beautiful man, this
Yeah.
man. I'm looking forward to having him here and sharing space with him online digitally. But we will see you guys again next week. King Creative Podcast.
See you later.